I'm Jamie, and I'm here with Mark and Tom, and we are going to show you how to assemble an ADA unit. We have all our parts laid out. This is all the small parts bags that you would have when you order your unit. It comes with all these parts. We also have all our tools laid out here. We have a drill with a 13/64 drill bit, a drill with a 1/4-inch drill bit, a pneumatic impact wrench with a deep well 7/16 socket, Phillips head screwdriver, slotted screwdriver, hammer, vice grips, and rivet gun. All our tools are pneumatic, however you can use regular tools, a hand rivet gun, and a socket wrench with a ratchet. We placed our side panel on top of a table, and we are now taking the corner extrusion, placing that over the edge of the side panel, and rivet in place using a PC 000 102 rivet. We're going to install the screen on this panel right now, since we're right here. Just slip that up as shown, up into position, and then while making sure it's centered, drill a 13/64 hole through that and rivet in place with a 102 rivet on the inside with a backup washer on the outside. Now that we have this one side panel done, we're going to repeat this step for the 4 other sides. The only exception is with this last panel, what we'll do is we'll put an extrusion on each side. We're going to assemble our jamb to the base at this point. Your unit comes assembled with the 2 bolts already in place. So we're going to loosen those, slip the jamb into position, and then reinsert the bolts through the holes. We'll secure this in place with the 7/16 impact wrench and 7/16 regular wrench. Going to install our weather stripping around the base of the unit. Start by peeling off the self-adhesive strip. Place the flap over the top edge of the base around, securely pressing the weather stripping against the base around. Trim the excess weather stripping off. Take your one side panel with the 2 extrusions, place that off to be the front left when looking at the front of the unit. Line up all the holes and insert a PC 000 102 rivet through the wall joint and into the side panel and rivet in place. We're going to repeat this process for the rest of the side panels that we've already pre-assembled. Position your side panels into the shape of the base around. We are now going to put our front panels on to our wall joints. There is a right and a left, so let's make sure you have them placed correctly. Once it's fully engaged, we're going to drill out the holes using a 13/64 drill bit. Riveting in place using a PC 000 102 rivet. We're going to repeat that step for the right side. We're going to insert the front panel into the slot of the jamb. These are being riveted in place with PC 000 104 rivets. In these center 2 holes, we're going to rivet the PC 000 181 spring clip into position using 104 rivets. We're going to assemble our side panel to our base around using the PC 000 117 rivet with 121 fender washer. Basically, the fender washer goes behind the head of the rivet, and then we're going to go around and we use the holes that are in the side panel and drill into the base around, making sure that the front of the side panel is securely pressed up against the base around. Tom is going to drill about halfway on the flat there on the corner, and using a 13/64 drill bit, and then will be riveted in place using that rivet and fender washer. Repeat the process for the other side, pressing the front part of that side panel into the base round. We're going to go around the corners and get all the other holes drilled and riveted. Now we're going to go through the rest of the rivets by drilling through the pre-drilled holes in the bottom of the side panel and into the base around using a 13/64 drill bit. We're going to mark our holes for the tank at this time. We're going to measure up from the top of the base around 13 inches and make a mark. Oh, let me go this way. 2.5 inches from the corner here. And 17.5 inches. We're going to repeat this now for the other side on this panel here. We're going to install the toilet seat at this time onto the tank. All right, we're going to put the tank inside the unit. Goes on the first wall joint to the left. The locations we just marked, we're going to drill 13/64 holes through the side panel and into the base waste tank. We're going to rivet the tank in place using these PC 000-101 rivets. They're a large flange rivet. Backup washers on the inside. We're going to install the roof now on top of the unit. I want to make sure that the screens are pushed in underneath the edge of the roof to allow the roof to come all the way down. Get the roof to go into the slot of the door jamb. A rubber mat can come handy at this point to get the roof fully down into position. Using a 13/64 drill bit, drill through the holes that are in the jamb and rivet the roof in place to the jamb using 104 rivets. At the front of the unit, we're going to rivet the roof to the side panel. So drilling in this area about 1 inch from that lip and about 1.5 inches from the right of that lip. Drill 13/64 drill bit. Then rivet in place using a PC 100 rivet with a 121 fender washer and 106 backup washer. Now using the holes that are located in the top of the side panel, drill a 13/64 hole, rivet in place using a PC 000-100 rivet with 121 fender washer and backup washer on the top side. Repeat this for the other holes. We're getting ready to mark our locations for our fasteners for the grab bar. In order to do this, we are going to locate a dimple. This is the first panel to the left of the door. This dimple is towards the front here. We're going to make a measurement 2 inches from the dimple. About there. Make a light measurement so you can see that. Then from the top of the base around, we're going to measure up at 29 3/8 inch and 31 7/8 inch. So there's 31 7/8. Make another mark at 29 3/8. And come around to where our waste tank is centered on this joint here, and approximately centered right through here. We'll do the same measurement. We'll do 29 and 3/8 from the top of the base around. And 31 and 7/8. Hold on, you're at 29 and 3/8.
Yeah.
And then 31 and 7/8. 29 and 3/8. 31 and 7/8. Then on this panel, right here is the tank. There is another dimple right here, and we're going to vertically center on that dimple. We'll measure up, again, 29 and 3/8 and 31 and 7/8, and make a mark. Make a mark there, and then 31 and 7/8. Now we're going to mark our last locations for our grab bar. So this would be the second panel from the door jamb on the left side of the unit. We're going to center, actually we're going to make a mark at 29 and 3/8 inch up. Right there. And then 31 and 7/8. Mark there. Okay, now that we got our height, we're going to measure 2 inches from this panel and 4.5 . And then do the same thing here. 2, what here, there, and there. These are located at 29 and 3/8 inches from the top of the base around, and these are located at 31 and 7/8 inches from the top of the base around. 2 inches from this side, and then 2.5 inches on center from this hole to this hole. So using a 13/64 drill bit now, we're going to drill through the side panel. We have our grab bar pieces. We're going to pre-assemble these before we put them in the unit. Tom's got the uprights, PC 000 157 screws. They came in with your small parts bags. In center of that upright, drive your screw in. We're going to connect our other part of our grab bar together. Making sure that everything is level. We'll now drill 13/64 holes. The PC 000 105 rivet with a PC 000 106 backup washer behind the head of the rivet. First, make sure that the upright is positioned plumb, meaning it's straight up and down vertically. After it's into position, have somebody press down. We're going to now install our vent stack. This unit uses an external vent stack. What we're going to do is we'll line up the vent stack with this top of this ledge lined up with the bottom of this ledge. Mark the center of the vent locations. It's made, and we're going to measure in 1 3/16. Then we're going to drill these holes out using a 2 3/8 inch hole saw. Once we've drilled our holes, we went straight in. Now Mark is going to hold the hole saw on the edge of the hole right here and drill straight into the tank. Now position our vent stack into the holes that we just drilled. Center it on our 2 corners while holding the vent stack into position on the outside. Somebody on the inside can drill the 13/64 holes directly centered on that rib in the open area. Will be riveted in place with PC 000105 rivets and backup washers located behind the head of the rivet. The last holes will be located about 8 inches up from the top of the waste tank. Do this for both sides of that wall joint. And we're going to mount the sign on the front of the panel here. We are centered on the second rib from the top, and Mark is going to drill a couple holes. This will be riveted in place with a PC 000102 rivet on the outside with a PC 000106 backup washer on the inside. We're going to mount our door to our jamb now. All the holes are pre-drilled in the jamb and the door and the hinges. I'm going to rivet the hinges to the pre-drilled holes of the jamb using a PC 000104 rivet. Get all the center ones riveted first so the door is secure. Now we're going to locate and mount our door check cable that's at the bottom of the door. So we're going to drill out that rivet. And using that rivet to locate the bracket, insert a rivet there, and rivet in place using a PC 000102 rivet. Repeat that for the other hole. We'll have to drill a new hole for that one. Getting ready to mount our grab handle on the outside of the unit. We're going to drill a hole into this end, right in the center. PC 000105 rivet with a backup washer behind the head. And rivet that in place. And then rivet that in place as well with a 105 rivet with backup washer. We're going to fix the decal to the slide latch, making sure the green end is pointing towards that side of the slide latch and the red end is pointing towards that side of the slide latch. I'm going to fix the aluminum handle at this time. We'll need a Phillips screwdriver. So using the threaded screws that were supplied, we're taking a backup washer, putting it behind the head of the screw, and holding the handle on the outside of the slide latch. Thread the screw in there, securing that in place. We're going to snap in our unisex plate. Insert the spring into the hole that's already drilled into the door. Using the claw of a hammer, we are clamped onto the edge of the cable that's coming out of the spring. We're going to close the door using the door as leverage. Clamp on to the edge of the cable. Insert that into the cable clip. Place the door trim panel on the outside of the unit over that area, and then on the inside, secure in place using the PC 000143 screws. All right, to install the slide latch and cover plate, you're going to insert this end into the slot on the door. Now using a drill with a 13/64 drill bit, we'll rivet those in place using PC 000105 rivets. We're going to install the Ryobi door closure bracket to the door. Tom is lining up the holes. Rivet in place using two PC 000102 rivets. We're going to start assembling our Ryobi door closer. We're going to place that straight away over that top. And that will get mounted like that. Tom is checking the movement, making sure that it moves only in this direction. Now he's going to mount the closer to the door jamb using two PC000-104 rivets through the pre-drilled holes at the very top. Drill out the top hole of the Ryobi door closer and rivet that in place using a PC000-104 rivet. Rivet the Ryobi door closer to the bracket using two PC000-102 rivets. As you can see, our door closes pretty quickly. ADA regulations state that the door must close, it must take 7 seconds to close. So Tom is going to make a slight adjustment there on that screw. And let's try it out again. We're now going to mount our TP dispenser on our side wall, right below the grab bar and off to the side of the tank. Using a 13/64 drill bit, we're going to drill out those 4 holes using PC000-100 rivets from the outside and backup washers on the inside. Secure the dispenser in place. We're going to put our TP rod in now, simply by inserting through the holes of the dispenser and securing in place with the lock. We're going to secure the door jack cable to the bottom of the door using a PC000-104 rivet, a 168 washer, and 2 106 backup washers. Place a backup washer over the head of the rivet, then a 168 washer, then place the door jack cable over the end of the rivet and secure in place with a backup washer on the inside of the unit. Well, I hope you had as much fun as we did assembling this unit. Thanks for Mark and Tom for helping us out, and I hope you aren't intimidated by this assembly process, and I thank you for buying our products.